I was reading For Whom the Bell Tolls when a thought came to me. The bell does not toll for one person alone, it tolls for us all. As John Donne once wrote, any man's death diminishes me, because I am involved in mankind. Death is never simply private, it is the horizon of every life, shaping even the smallest choices we make. Death is not only the end, but always present, quietly shaping our existence. To live authentically is to live with that awareness, to sense the shadow of mortality and to feel how fragile, how precious each moment is. Kierkegaard called this awareness dread, a shiver that reminds us life is both finite and full of possibility. Sartre reminded us that we are free, but our freedom is limited by the body, by time, by death. We can write our stories, but the final chapter is never ours to decide. Death is not an abstract thought. It is carried in the body, in the trembling of the hands, in the faltering of breath. Flesh always breaks. Camus told us that life is absurd, but that does not mean it is empty. We revolt by living, by laughing, by loving. Every joy, every act of creation is our defiance against the silence of death. To live fully is to say yes to life in spite of the void. Heidegger reminded us that time and death are bound together, that our days are not infinite, and this gives every hour its weight. Yet it is this very fear of vanishing that urges us to create, to love, to leave traces that endure beyond our breath. Nietzsche asked us to imagine the eternal return, to live our life again and again in exactly the same way. The challenge is not to escape death, but to embrace life so deeply that we would choose it, even with all its pain, all its loss, all its ending. The bell tolls for each of us, not as a final note, but as a mirror of life. It gives urgency to our choices, silence to our doubts. The bell will ring. The question is not when, but how deeply we live before it does. Somehow I'm still in love with life. This ridiculous weakness is perhaps one of our more stupid melancholy propensities. For is there anything more stupid than to be eager to go on carrying a burden which one would gladly throw away? To fondle the snake that devours us until it has eaten our hearts away? Voltaire said in Candide. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.